We are live. A little bit early. We're about a minute early today. About a minute early. Making that music. The Wayne is here. We're starting the Gateway to Freedom Sunday night stream. I'm your host, Rich Groves. Thanks for joining us today. I'll turn off the music here in just a second. Thought I'd actually use the theme song today. So anyway, so we got the Sunday night stream brought to you by Gateway to Freedom. I'm your host, Rich Groves. Thanks everybody for coming. I see Stevie D's out here. Dwayne is out there. You got Fred out there, I guess. Fred, how you doing out there, Fred? You can unmute. You're muted, and yeah, obviously you don't have your camera on. That's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. How you doing, Fred?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, Rich?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Who am I? Fred? Who am I talking to?
Fred Gibson.
Oh, good, awesome. Now, what market are you in, Fred?
I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. You've been on this before, have you?
Nope. This is my first time.
First time. All right. Well, welcome.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we get on here basically just talk all things real estate. Really one thing I like doing is jumping on here and seeing what kind of things people are doing out there, what kind of successes they're having, if there's any wants and needs, and anything I can do to help, or our community here that we're building as well.
Got it.
Appreciate you being here, man.
My pleasure. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, absolutely. And John, is that John Collins?
Yeah, how you doing, Rich?
Good, John. Good. Man, John is so dedicated. John texted me last Sunday and said, "Hey, are we having the stream?" I was like, I felt bad. I'm like, dang, John, we should have. Father's Day is no excuse.
That's okay.
It should have been. I would have done it. I was out in Florida with my sons. Otherwise, that'd have been kind of cool. We should have done one from a location in Florida, right? Anyway, welcome everybody. Yeah. So this is really like we do 1 hour, right? I really am trying to get really good at ending at 8 o'clock and make sure that whatever discussions we have, and what I'd like asking everybody to do, whether you do it now or at the end, is type in your name, your contact information, so that people that are here can actually get that and they can reach out to you and network with you after the fact. Kyle, what's going on, buddy? Long time no see. Oh, you're muted.
What's going on?
There he is. Not much. How are you?
Oh, just trying to count how many shirts I got to change out today because I keep sweating through them all.
I was going to say, it was a pretty brutal day out there. If you're doing anything outside, you definitely shoot. It's one of those days where if you're doing anything inside, you might have to change your shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So I know we got a couple folks that are on here first time and a couple folks that are returning. So I like to kick off the meetup, just kind of go around the table and tell everybody what market you're in, what you do, if you've had any wins over the last couple of weeks. So Stephen, you're just popping in all over the place, aren't you? It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Who wants to go first? Who'd like to, my name is Rich Groves. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rich Groves. I'm a real estate investor here in the St. Louis area. I did my first flip in 2005. I will be the first to tell you I am not the person who knows it all. I don't know everything. I don't have all the answers. I just like connecting people that might. So that's why I'm glad all of you are on this call, because a lot of you may have answers for other people doing what they do. So with that being said, who'd like to introduce themselves?
I'm Fred in South Carolina. Columbia, South Carolina. I'm new to the group, so I do have some investment property, not a lot, but starting to plan for retirement, and I'm always just interested in what other folks are doing and the successes that they're having.
Yeah, that's awesome, Fred. Came to the right place. Glad you're here. We'd love to have you more often. Hopefully, we can get you some value with this. So you got a few rental properties, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is that kind of your focus? Like you want to build a rental portfolio as like your passive income?
Yes, both both on the single family as well as commercial. So I've
Okay.
got a few commercial properties as well. So I'm really trying to find my niche. I don't really want to be too scattered, if you will.
Right.
So I'm just trying to perfect one or two specific niches and kind of grow from there.
Oh, that's great. It sounds real good. Well, glad to hear it. And if there's anything we can do to help you out, let us know.
Absolutely. Thanks
Awesome.
again for the invite.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who else? Who wants to go next?
I'll go next, Rich.
Awesome. Go ahead, Dwayne. Sorry.
I'm
Who are you,
Dwayne.
sir?
I'm next. I'm a newbie. I just getting started.
That's
So,
what I heard.
I work in St. Louis area, and I also have a partner that works over in Mount Carmel, Illinois. And I don't know what else you want to know. I have one whole rental property at this point in time.
But you
So-
used to have a ton, I hear.
I used to have 35,
Wow.
and I sold out, and that's my retirement fund. I don't have an IRA, don't own one, don't want one.
Okay.
And now I'm in the process. I'm going to go down and take a class from a guy down in Atlanta, Georgia, the first part of July.
Okay.
And then there's three of us that are going to kind of work that deal up here. I mean, my partner, she's going to go down to that too. And we have another guy up here that'll show us the leads, and we'll work the deed, go out, find them. And then each one of us will take one every time we get one. Just make a little circle. And if you skip it, that's fine.
Yeah.
You just don't get to jump in until it's your next turn.
Sure.
So
Now, what's that focusing on, Dwayne?
single family
Okay. For flips or for rental property or
rental property.
rental property?
The flips is the backside if the rental property doesn't work. We can
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
we're not looking to put a whole lot of money into property, so we're using the creative financing stuff that we've learned over the years, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. No, that's great. I love it when you put a lot of different, things you've learned throughout the years together. I think it's great.
Well, one good thing that I might want to talk about later on, if you want, is the Graham-Rudman Act and how people handle that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd love to hear more about that. Let's get around the square table, whatever we're going to call this thing. Let's get around and we'll definitely come back out, talk about different things, whatever people want to talk about. How about some of the other folks that are still out there, haven't introduced themselves yet? Who wants to go next? All right, Kyle, I'm gonna call you out. How about you go next?
I'm waiting for you to have another meetup out in the St. Peter's Hooters location.
Oh, right. Yeah, I bet.
Before you know it, they'll all be gone, and
No,
no
don't say that.
place to go. So,
Hush your mouth.
I didn't make the Faster House meeting this past week, so I figure I better at least do my due diligence and get on, do some networking while I have a chance.
Yeah. Tell everybody what you do, Kyle.
A little bit of everything. Single family, North County area, Section 8. Been doing some owner finance deals recently.
Okay.
And so kind of switch it up. Don't mess with the Airbnb stuff as of yet.
Okay.
It's been pitched to me a few times, but once you're in with something that works and you like to stick with it, then you just go with that. So just got a house under contract this weekend.
Oh, fantastic.
I looked at some other ones, but the reason I like this one is because it's by like 4 of my other houses. So I would rather just stick with what neighborhoods I know and
Sure.
go from there. So,
Yeah.
Once you get a formula going, you just stick with it. So,
Right. Wash, rinse, and repeat, right?
right. Yeah. Just keep doing what I'm doing. So, yeah.
That's great, man. That's good to hear. Welcome. Glad to have you on, Kyle.
Yeah.
And you, just so other people that may not be from St. Louis, which this is actually a really cool thing right now. My friend Caleb just jumped on, and Caleb, we got 2 South Carolina folks on the call at the same time. I don't know if you know Fred. Fred, do you know Caleb?
I don't think I know Fred. Fred, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Kayla, what part of the state are you in?
The beautiful upstate up here in Greenville.
All right, good deal. Good deal.
What
Not
about you?
not well, today I'm in Columbia, but I actually live over in Duncan, so I'm not too far from you.
Awesome. Yeah, you're not far away at all.
Yep, yep.
That's great. I love how you guys call it the upstate. And we,
That's
we kind
right.
of do the same thing in Illinois. Well, there's Chicago and then downstate.
Yeah.
Everything outside of Chicago is just downstate. Oh man, no. Oh, thanks, and welcome. Like I said, Kyle, welcome, and that was pretty cool. Caleb, why don't you? Sorry, I jumped over some other folks, but Caleb, tell everybody. Obviously, they know you from South Carolina. What do you do? What are you on here for?
Yeah, that's a great question. So what do I do, right? I like doing deals, and as a new wholesaler getting into the game, you're like, all right, how do I build a deal flow, right? So you have all these marketing pipelines, and you're just kind of told pick up the phone and cold call. I'm like, all right, cool, that works. I've gotten deals doing that, but how can I make better systems so then deals just pop? Because who doesn't want that, right? So what I do essentially is I have built systems to where deals just start flowing, and that is through cold email, SMS, text blasting. We do ringless voicemails, and that's what I've been building. Through getting fresh data from the county, all the way to just getting that seller ready to say, Caleb, let's sign a contract, let's go. In fact, just got two offers were accepted this weekend while I was in Virginia helping my grandmother move. So that is what I do.
That's
Essentially,
awesome.
I've just been wholesaling right now. Even in South Carolina, yes, I'd be happy to answer any questions about that. And I am about to buy my first property within the next month. It's going to be a house hack.
That's awesome. That is so exciting. I met Caleb last year, and then we reconnected again. Over these Zooms, and then Caleb was actually just down in West Palm Beach as well with Amy Majori's Raising Private Money conference. So we got to connect there as
Right.
well. And in talking with Caleb a little bit, even after the conference, just as a heads up and as an announcement now. Actually, Caleb's going to be a guest for us. He's going to be our featured guest. We do that every once in a while. We'll have a featured guest. Caleb's actually going to be our featured guest next month. He's going to be helping us talking about AI, using AI for lead generation and stuff like that. And I'm super excited because he and I were sitting talking. This was yesterday or the day before something weird. Yeah, I think it was Friday.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, it was a couple days. I don't know. All these
That's
days
right.
blur. And I was like, man, I would love to have you present that to the group, like what you do and how cool that is. So I'm super excited. You haven't had second thoughts, have you, Caleb?
No, I haven't had no second thoughts. No, sir.
Okay, great. So I can't wait for y'all to hear exactly what he's doing and see it. It's pretty freaking cool. So yeah, welcome, Caleb. That's awesome.
Oh, thanks, Rich.
We have a Sam Schulte. Is it Schulte? Am I saying it right, Sam? I know you're muted. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Schulte.
Okay, awesome. Now, Sam, have we met before?
Yeah, we met at the whatever that thing was called that we went to.
Oh, that's right. Absolutely. Tell everybody what market you're in.
I'm in St. Louis.
That's right. Yep. And tell everybody what you do.
So we're fix and flip houses and been doing quite a few of those, and now we're starting to collect rentals and Airbnb and traditional and some midterm housing universe as well.
That's awesome, man. That's cool. Now, how long have you been in the game?
I guess 10 years.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Was flopping around for 5 years until I started getting some momentum.
Yeah, right. I mean, sometimes it takes that. Sometimes you're. And did you ever like get that shiny object syndrome where it's like, I want to do this. Oh wait, no, I want to do that. And, oh no, I want to do this.
Yeah, I definitely had. But I kind of feel like it was a good thing. Sort of not. I mean, not in the bad. Not in the bad part of it. The good side of the coin of it was that like whatever I started in real estate, I thought I was going to do like not what I'm doing today. So
Yeah.
I'm glad I kind of weaved along the way to figure out where I'm at. Where I want to be now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Glad you can make it.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I saw your email. I don't know what exactly I signed up for, but I was figuring I'd jump on and see what you guys are up to.
Yeah, no, we do this. I mean, this month was a little weird. This month I did every Sunday except for Father's Day because I try to do this like every other week, every other Sunday. But with the way holidays rolled out, even from back in May, like Mother's Day, we had to either go the weekend before or the week after. Anyway, so it ended up that like all of June except Father's Day, and then we'll start again starting next week. We'll do it again next week, but then starting that week, we'll do it every other week again, starting best we can. But and we just basically sit around here. It's informal. We just chat about real estate. I like having everybody go around and introducing themselves. So the folks who haven't been had a chance to introduce themselves yet, you'll get that chance here in just a moment. Tell everybody where you're from, that kind of thing. And then I want to go back around and have everybody share the wins they've had, which we've already had folks sharing that. So it's awesome. I get so pumped by hearing about everybody else's success and what they're doing, and it's just exciting. It's exciting, and it's proof, right? You all can probably remember. If you've had your deal, you probably remember what life was like even before your first deal. And even if you had that very first thought of, is this really going to work? I know people are saying it's working, but I'm struggling. I can't even get my first deal. And then once you get that first deal, it's like, that's proof, right? And it lights your world on fire with this whole real estate investing thing. So that's why I get so excited seeing and hearing everybody else's deals. John, I didn't get a chance to let you introduce yourself to everybody. I just called you out and said, hey, is that John Collins? Tell everybody where you're at, what you do.
Yeah, John Collins, here in St. Louis also. Primarily just buy and hold. Usually if I buy something, I'm intending to keep it as a rental. Do electric work, and it's actually kind of got in the way this year. I've been kind of busy with it, so I'm going to probably won't be doing much more of that this rest of this year, so I can start getting some more properties. It's kind of been taking up too much of my time.
I hear you, man. I do. I know some folks that kind of have a little side, like they have a skill like that on the side, and it gets in the way of their real estate investing, right? So it is a hard thing to fight.
Right.
Yeah, I appreciate you being on here. John, actually, a little tidbit. Sorry, John. John knows my aunt. Went to school with my aunt. So that is so cool. When she told me that, I had no idea. That was awesome. Yeah. Well, welcome, buddy. It's good to see you back on here, or at least your name. It's okay, folks. I'm not trying to, shame you all to turn your cameras on, but it's okay. If you don't, it's fine. If you do, it's fine. I love it. But thanks for being here, John. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm glad you also mentioned that the meeting is every other week, because I was thinking it was every week. So I'm glad you did mention that.
Yeah, we're trying to stick to that every other week, but maybe eventually do like every week. But right now, and if I do I don't know. The whole even picking a Sunday, it was like, well, we get into the fall. Are people really going to get on Sundays? But we'll see. Everybody, you can always, and that's the thing, right? It doesn't matter what day you pick to meet, whether it's a physically in-person meetup in your market or it's a virtual meetup like this. There's always an excuse you could use not to go, right? So it's like, oh, well, I know my favorite football team isn't playing at 7:00 Central Time this Sunday in September, but it's a game. I'd rather go watch that. Well, that's fine, right? I know Gary Vee. I'm going to paraphrase big time. If any of you know Gary Vee, he's talking about how, hey, whatever you choose to do, that's fine. If you choose to sit down and play Xbox or whatever instead of hustling what you're trying to do, go for it. That's your choice. Do it, but don't sit around whining that you're not having a success doing what you're wanting to do on the side when you're sitting around playing Xbox all the time. Same thing, if you can't network because of a football game, that's fine, whatever. But don't whine and complain that you didn't do it.
Hey, Rich, would you announce again for people to put their contact info if they want to?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So what we like doing is everybody drop in the chat your name, email address, your phone number, even your market would be helpful so people know what market you're in, and you can even put in what you do. Give as much information in the chat. That way you can always, before I jump off the Zoom, like I basically officially end the Zoom right at 8:00, but I let the Zoom keep running a little bit so everybody can scroll through the chat, or you can run the report. I think there's the ability to run the report for the chat, download the chat or something like that. So you can get everybody's contact information afterwards. But yeah, if you would drop your information in there. Oh, love that. Caleb's got the blink in there. I love it. I'm a blink guy myself, guys. But no, that's great. But yeah, please do that. let's see. We've got a few folks who haven't had a chance to introduce themselves. Hey, Ken Seibel, how about you, buddy? Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody? Oh,
All right. Can you hear me?
yep.
No, I got no picture.
Yeah. Oh, tap it again or scroll it or something. Now you're muted. Now your picture's on, but you're muted. Hold on. There should be a thing that just pops up. Oh,
Top right-hand corner.
darn technology. There should be two separate little boxes. One's a microphone box and one's a camera box. Now there should be a little microphone box, a little button you push too. It's not letting you do both, huh?
On his picture in the top right-hand corner of mine is where you can unmute it.
Yeah, depending. Yeah, you should be able to do that as well, Ken. You can always just there you go. Oh, we got both.
They're both. How about that?
There we go. All right, introduce yourself. Tell everybody where you're at, what you do, all that stuff.
Well, I'm on the east side of the river. Kind of buy and hold, help some other people with their projects.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, trying to beat the heat.
True. Hopefully, you're working in some air conditioning, Ken.
Yeah, I got a guy called me last night. He says, "Hey, ladies, 90 degrees in there. Can you go over and put some duck under a mobile home?" I go, "Not at this time of the night."
Right? Oh man. Well, I know you're appreciated too, like John. You guys with the skills and the the special skills are definitely appreciated in the real estate investing community. But you gotta, as you guys know, you gotta make time for your own investment opportunities.
Yeah, my grandson had a boxing tournament yesterday in East St. Louis.
Really? Did it go okay?
Yeah, it was close, but he didn't get it. The kid was about a foot taller and had about 6-inch longer reach.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Ken's got grandsons in wrestling and boxing, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Football, yeah, right. Appreciate that. Thanks for being on here, Ken. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let's see, I did see Sherry Brown. Is that the Miss Sherry Brown? Is that you, Sherry?
It is me. How you doing, Richard?
Not bad. How you doing, Sherry?
I am doing well. I'm doing a lot of business in Belleville and Fairview Heights these days.
Okay, and it's in the St. Louis market. What kind of business are you doing out there?
Right now I'm working with one of my clients. I'm actually GC in about 5 projects for them. They're out in North Carolina.
Oh wow! So you're like the boots on the ground, huh?
Yeah, projects are turning out pretty nice.
Okay.
And also working on one project for myself. So
good for you.
Try to squeeze them all.
Right. Oh.
I haven't been around because I've been pretty busy working.
I was gonna say, man, if you find somebody who can invent or knows how to invent an extra hour or two in a day, let me know.
Yeah, so
I'm sure we could all use
I've
it.
been trying to get on these, and sometimes I put it on my calendar, and then that's something to come up but today I was intentional to make sure I checked in. I haven't seen you guys in a little while.
Yeah, it's good.
How you doing, Mr. Dwayne? You looking good?
Thank you. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you, sir.
You gonna come over to lunch someday?
I will. Are you guys meeting this one? Is it Wednesdays?
Thursdays.
Thursdays. This week?
Every week.
Okay.
I'm gonna miss a couple when I go for some training, but other than that, somebody's always there.
What time? Lunchtime?
11:30 to whenever.
Oh yeah, there you go.
If you talk too much, it lasts real long. If you don't talk a lot, it probably won't.
I'll see you then.
Yeah, Dwayne hosts a weekly lunchtime meetup here in the St. Louis area at a pizza joint, and it's pretty cool. It's cool. I do have my withdrawals, Dwayne. I used to try to go pretty religiously, but then our office moved, and it's not as convenient or easy to get to or within the time. So,
what pizza place?
Cecil Whitaker's on South Grand.
Oh man,
you need to go there, Kyle,
Yeah, I'm in O'Fallon.
I know, but it's worth the trip. At least once a month or so, head out there.
I live in St. Charles, and I don't consider that a big drive.
What day is that meeting on, at lunch on?
Thursday,
Uh,
11:30.
One Thursday, certain Thursday of the month?
Yes, all of them.
Oh, every week? Okay.
Yeah, the thought is you've got to eat lunch anyway, so you might as well meet with somebody you can chat with.
Right, right. So 11:30 on Thursdays. Okay.
Yeah.
Cecil Whittaker's. Okay.
Yes, and if you need my phone number, it's in the chat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. See, these are the connections I love. I love doing this. Some people think I'm a networking addict. I love networking and connecting with people. I do. Well, thanks for that information, Miss Sherry. Is there anything else you'd like to add about what's going on with you lately?
I'm not sure. I mean, this is the first time I got a chance to chat with you guys, so I wasn't sure what to expect.
No, that you're good.
Have you? What have you been working on, Rich?
I've had a couple rentals that we just sold off that we're doing these done for you rentals in the Cahokia market. So we just sold a couple of those to an out of state investor that are we buy rehab.
When you say done for you rentals, what do you mean by that?
So yeah, I know, right? I'm trying to make that a term. Somebody else is going to go out there and trademark it or something. But everything these days you hear done for you this, done for you that, right? Done for you marketing, done for you email campaigns, done for you wherever. All you do is log in and it spits it out, right? So like done for you rentals. If I said I'm doing turnkey rentals, people think I'm buying the turnkey rentals. That's not what I'm doing. I'm value adding rental properties as we're buying them in need of work. So we're buying them, fixing them up, put a tenant in place, get them managed, and then we're selling them to investors that want to buy using DSCR loans or however they want, right? So yeah, so we just did a couple. This actually, I was in Florida when two of them officially closed and were the funds transferred through. That's what makes it real, right? When the funds come through.
Right.
So that and it's exciting. We got a four bedroom that's gonna get occupied here pretty soon, probably in the next week or two, and then we have a 3 bedroom we're closing tomorrow to do the same thing.
Single families?
Yep, all single families.
So
yep.
let me ask you this. So
Yeah.
when you do it that way, are you selling them retail or are you still selling them at a discount, or how does that work on the
DSCR? No, that's great. No, we're definitely selling them retail. The DSCR lenders out there needed them to be a 1.25 ratio or 1.25 ratio, 125%.
Right.
But ours are higher than that. So I mean, technically, if you want to say, well, 1.25% is retail and everything we're selling is at a discount then because it's 1.4, 1.45, 1.5, 1.6 even sometimes.
So why don't you carry the paper?
I don't have a desire to do that.
Huh?
I don't have a desire to do that. It's not my model. I just want to get in, get out.
Makes a lot of money.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's just not my.
One thing I learned this year, and in our learning, Rich.
Yeah.
I understand even more why Dwayne says that is because so far as taxation of the passive income properties is going to advance not only your equity but bring down your taxation significantly.
Oh, sure.
I had no idea the big difference.
Okay.
Till this year.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I will consider spending more time and listening to Dwayne, because I know he's been doing this for a long time.
Oh, sure.
Both weeks.
Right.
So that we understand what those different markets, not markets, but portfolios, what they look like on paper.
Right.
And how also when you're out looking for money, how a lender is going to look at your portfolio as to, what that real bottom line looks like. And so I know that holding is important,
Sure.
but it's hard to. I mean, you get money when you do the DSCR, right? To do your
Yeah.
next project.
Yeah.
But if you hold the property, not only do you get the cash flow to do another project, but you also
Mhm.
get basically almost tax-free money from
Oh,
receiving those rental incomes.
oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, no doubt about that. And I've got, I do have rental properties. I'm cherry picking these when they come across, but that's not my focus right now. It's
So,
basically, it's essentially, it's a flip. It's like, telling a flipper, why don't you just keep your house, keep the house? They're just flips. They just happen to have tenants in them. That's
so,
all.
so how do you keep your taxes down? Or are you doing 1031s or
I probably will. Right now, I'm not, but I probably will get into that. Yeah. Yeah. Right
I
now,
have a question about that too, Rich.
yeah.
Would you allow a new investor to come in and do a Morby method when they buy it?
In what way? Yeah. Tell
So,
us more. They may not, other folks on here may not understand what that is.
okay. So a Morby method is pretty much trying to get into a deal with no money out of your own pocket. So you get a DSCR lender, then you have the seller do a seller finance carryback for the remaining whatever. Let's say, make it simple. It's $100,000 property. The
Right.
DSCR lender lends 80%. So they lend 80 grand. Then you get the seller to lend you the other 20 to cover that gap.
Right.
Right. And it's just another note you pay every month. Would
Sure.
you let someone do that?
Yeah. If it works out, if the numbers work, yeah. I mean, I would do that. Yeah. If the numbers work.
Cool.
He said
Yep.
he
All
said
right.
a
I was
new
just curious.
he said a new investor, and I'd say no way.
Well, it depends who it is, and what it is. I mean, we obviously want to make sure we're covering our bases and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do to help protect yourself on that. But yeah, and especially if it's a DSCR, the debt service is already covered by quite a bit anyway, so it's a little more risk free, less risk. but yeah, I mean that's what we're doing. All right, let's move on to KJ Tuttle. KJ Tuttle's in the house. How you doing, KJ?
Good, Rich. Good to connect with everybody and join in. Sorry, I don't have the video on, but I'm currently making dinner for the family and listening to everybody.
Man, we would love to see that. It would get us all hungry.
Oh, here we go. I'll show you what's going on.
Look at that. KJ,
Yeah.
you on a grill? Are you grilling or are you on your?
Yeah.
Oh man, look at this dude. He's out there grilling while he's still on a Zoom. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, bud. So tell everybody what you do, what market you're in, that whole thing.
So name's KJ Tuttle. I'm active duty Air Force in Illinois, but I invest in St. Louis and expanding into the Southwest Illinois area, St. Clair, Madison County type stuff here shortly. Been looking here recently with my wife and stuff, but I fix and flip, and most of the stuff I hold on to as well. I got a couple flips in work right now, and then got a whole buy and hold just recently, and then I got two more that I'm closing on this Thursday.
That's awesome.
So
man,
need to get some action going, submitting offers and everything, still doing that. But to load up the July pipeline,
right?
Maybe August too. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Heck yeah, man, that's good. That's pretty much it. The guy's so humble, isn't he? First off, thanks so much for your service. Appreciate you. And number two, I've been seeing you kill it out there, man. So good job. Good job.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Rich.
Sure
Especially
thing.
coming from you, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate that. But well, let's see. We had somebody else just join us, Miss Burdett, Brittany Burdett. How are you? Are you able to talk?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. Why don't you tell everybody where you're from, what market you're in, what you do, that whole thing.
I am from St. Louis. I am new into getting into investment properties, and I also own a construction company here in St. Louis as well.
Woot woot. Heck yeah. You haven't been busy at all lately, have you?
Oh, hardly. Huh?
Just sitting around twiddling her thumbs. She's waiting to get some work done. No, I'm just kidding.
I wish. I'll see you tomorrow or Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely. definitely. Brittany's actually got a crew that's going to be doing the one we're closing on Monday. Their crew's gonna get working on that one for us. So excited to see that. And, I'm like, come on, Brittany, put your money where your mouth is. Let's see what your crew can do. But I'm confident they're going to do great because Brittany's leading the charge. Brittany's a good person and got a good head on her shoulders. So I would definitely recommend anybody in the St. Louis area at least reach out and have a cup of coffee with her and see what they can do.
Yeah, or if you have any houses for me to buy, I mean,
that's true.
Send them my way.
That's true. You are looking for your own flip opportunities, aren't you?
Yeah, my buy box is a little bit different. So all in about 150 to 200.
Okay. Nice. So if anybody wants a wholesale or something, get at it. Is there any specific area you like to be in?
Not necessarily. As long as the numbers are right and make sense. Obviously, I don't want to go to the hood and pay 200,000, for a flip. I'm not gonna get my money back there. So as long as the numbers make sense, I'm available anywhere.
But you would go to the hood and pay 30,000, right?
100%.
Okay, so you don't have anything against the hood. It's just the price you're going to pay there.
Yeah. I don't want somebody to be like, "Oh, she said 200,000. I got her."
Right. Don't worry. We got plenty of out of state wholesalers who try to push that off on you.
Oh yeah.
Not Caleb. I'm just saying. Yeah, the people, for those of you who aren't in the St. Louis area, there's, the very nice area. Well, if you followed all the storm that came through here in May, it started in a very, very well-to-do area and then moved into the not so well-to-do areas of St. Louis. But people use those well-to-do areas as the comps when they're trying to sell those houses in the not so well-to-do areas. You all the time get folks that try to give you Clayton comps, which is the nice place, when they're trying to sell you a war zone property. So it's like, oh, come on, man, know the market before you start wholesaling in it, please. But it's all good. Dwayne just dropped in the chat the address for the Thursday meetup he has every Thursday over lunch. So if anybody wants to check that out, it's in the chat as well. Have I missed? Oh, we've got I love it. I love it because it's the Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean, did you get a chance to meet Jimmy or James Caleb in West Palm Beach? Did you two meet each other, Caleb, Jimmy?
I don't think so.
So this is so cool, so crazy, right? So the gentleman has one of the coolest names and most historical names out there, right? James Dean, right? So he walks up and I'm helping people check in for the conference, and James Dean.
Oh yeah, I met James.
Yeah, James walks up as we're at the night before, as we're like dividing out all the name tags. We come across James Dean. I'm like, I can't wait to meet this guy. So because just the expectations were already set way up high here, and Jimmy blew through them. But found out he's actually near the St. Louis area. He's in Whitehall, Illinois, which my son and I used to drive through, or my family drove through on their way taking our son to college at Western Illinois. So anyway, I stole all your thunder. What we've been doing, Jimmy, is just everybody goes around, introduce yourself, tell everybody where you're at, what you do. You're muted. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, there we go. I think I got it.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm from Whitehall. I've seen your thing for a long time. I just never jumped on. I remember Caleb from the conference. Thank you for remembering me. It was a lot of fun. It was fire hose, crazy. I'm still going through the training. I ain't even got through one yet. I got through 0. Now I'm on 1. So I'm
good.
I'm trying to, I think on where I'm at right now is setting up my social media and stuff, but all that. But anyway, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I've made some calls trying to, drum up some business and
nice.
And might have to talk to you sometime about how to set all that up. But
yeah,
we're excited.
That's awesome. That's exciting. Yeah, I love it. I love it because you're getting at it, right? A lot of people just buy a course or join a community and then just set it aside.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of
that. This is something I wanted to do for a while, and when she came up, and I know she's associated through Pace, and I'm at Sub 2, so I knew that she had a good reputation, and she was great, and just go all out friendly along with Sean too. But
Right.
I think it's a great group, and we're looking forward to doing some work and jumping in with some of the other people.
That's awesome. I've got to confirm it with him again because we talked about it on Sunday. No, sorry, yeah, Sunday night after the conference. But Sean committed to coming down to be a part of Gateway to Freedom, so he's going to be one of our speakers at Gateway to Freedom.
Oh, wow!
Yeah, as long as there's an asterisk at the end of that, because the Cubs are doing so well this year. He said, as long as there's no Cubs playoff game that that conflicts with the dates, otherwise he'll be in Chicago for the playoff games.
Well, they're in Texas, so what do they need Chicago anymore?
Well, they're born. I mean, he's from Chicago. He's
Cubs
fan. He's a season ticket holder at Wrigley. So if they
Wow.
make the playoffs, he goes to all the home playoff games.
That's funny. Yeah.
So I said, well, don't worry, they won't be. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Yeah, they're in first right now, and
they're doing very well this year. They really are. All right, did I get everybody? Did anybody not get a chance to introduce yourself? And I skipped right over you. Oh, that's right, Stephen Drake.
Stephen Drake. Oh, hey, Steve.
I've seen Stephen so much, lately that I just skipped. Like I thought we already had a chance to introduce yourself. Tell everybody where you're at, and what you do, Stephen.
Well, I'm in St. Louis. I'm a landlord. I'm working on a house right now that has its Section 8 tenant, but I'm getting ready to upgrade it a little bit at a time and finding a way to gently move out the tenant so I could rehab it a lot quicker. I've been working with what I jokingly call a mentor, so I don't rehab it incorrectly this time because it was my first rental and I kind of botched some things here and there. So I don't want to give away the mentor's name, but he's on this call, And I do want to say I do know Jimmy Dean fairly well, and I tell you, he's got a job where he delivers.
Yeah, I'm the mailman.
I'll leave that up to him.
Oh, no kidding, Jimmy. You got, man, that is, I've often thought, man, if I could be a mailman in this business, because then you know what house, every freaking house
Right.
that is vacant. Every house that, you see some weird things happening. Man, that's
I tell
great.
my mail lady, I said, when you see a vacant house, please tell me, and I'll give you $1,000 if the deal goes through.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to have to tell all my mail people there in that town.
yeah, because we have the same lady all the time.
Yeah.
But
That's
again,
awesome.
I'm just working on that one rental, and once that's done, I'm going to sell it. And if I sell it outright, deploy that into some other, I don't know, I'm going to maybe do a done for you now.
Right.
Otherwise, if I sell it owner finance, I'll do that. So, a couple of different options, and maybe looking to raise a little funds, to finish the rehab quicker. That's all. And then I wanted to know when the G2 free tickets are going to be available.
Well, I am so excited that you asked that, because before I go around and ask everybody what kind of wins and milestones they've had over the last couple of weeks, which is what I'd like doing, I like seeing successes. What kind of successes have you had, or even lessons learned? I think learning lessons is also a path to success, right? You may think it's a failure. I goofed. I screwed that up. It's not. It's a success in learning how to do something right. So I even, highlight that too. I think success is so important, and I love cheering and celebrating people's wins. So I lied. I'd like to give anybody an opportunity to share any wins you've had over the last couple of weeks. Anything, even if you think it's small, it's not small. It can be big, even if you think it's small. What kind of wins you got out there in this community? Anybody?
I got a new porch built on my rental property that looks beautiful. New railing.
There you go, man. That's a win. That's a win. Because I saw what it was before that. So yeah, that is a big win.
You're the one who inspired me to get it fixed.
Stop!
Is that right?
Here.
I did a rehab in Overland, and I would normally put that and rent it out, but this time I rent it out, but I rent it out to my 18-year-old son.
Oh.
So he's going to be living there instead of going to using the dorms and for college.
Okay.
So a little different, but I'm sure he's going to get a roommate and he'll be paying me or whatever. So that was something that I did back when I went to college. I didn't stay in a dorm. We bought a house and I had a roommate. So
that's awesome, man.
It'll work out. And I mean, we had to put new windows and floors, paint, the usual type stuff. I mean, the lady that lived there was 100 years old, so it was pretty dated. But for a house in Overland for 50 grand, you can't really complain too much about it. And
No.
so I said was the one thing we did, and as long as all my tenants are happy and paying their rent, I always call that a win. And
Heck yeah,
so
man.
we're going to start doing another one project. Now I don't know if I'm going to turn it into a slow flip or if I'm going to just keep it and just kind of see how the numbers go. So,
Gotcha.
but I've done a couple of the slow flips and they've been very successful. So
that's awesome, man. That's great to hear. I know Sam's jumping off. I threw a link in the chat, Sam. That I mean, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Kyle. That's fantastic. I mean, I love it. I do. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's important to, and your son will learn, hopefully, if he hasn't already by watching you, he'll learn the importance of and just how big of a deal that is that you have that as a rental property instead of sending him into a dorm. So
it's a little change, but I mean, what they're charging for dorm rooms, it should work out pretty well. And he's still only 15 minutes from our house, so mom's happy. So
yeah, absolutely. No, I can understand that. Hey, folks, I just shared the big win that I've had besides selling off those two flips, those done for you rentals, which Caleb's already gonna to buy the website, so now it's gonna cost me a lot more. doneforyouRentals.com. But this is we're running a promotion right now until we have all our speakers lined up, like signed, committed 100%, and the website completely finished. We're running I'm calling it the blind buy. It's like an early bird ticket sale, but it's called the blind buy, meaning you want to come to the conference, Gateway to Freedom, happening October 11th and 12th in St. Louis. You want to come to the conference. You don't care about looking at the speaker lineup that much. You're like, look, I just know I need to be there. Scan that QR code or go to the website that I dropped in the chat, and that will give you a chance to buy the tickets that will be the cheapest they ever are. $99 for a general admission ticket for both days, and $299 for a VIP ticket both days. So jump on that, grab that. And Stephen Drake already said he is going to be ticket buyer number 1. So Stephen's on the clock.
I just got to run downstairs and get my wallet.
Yep. So you can scan that QR code, or you can click the link. Once we get the website up and running, we're estimating that to be probably less than a week probably. But once we get it up and running, we're going to honor these prices through the end of the month. But on July 1st, we'll do the first technical early bird. Like I said, this is called the blind buy. You're buying it blindly, trusting Rich Groves will bring you value like he has the last 2 years.
So what's the VIP get you?
VIP, you get you get breakfast both days, Saturday and Sunday. You get VIP speaker lunch both days, a lunch buffet, themed lunch buffet both days. Saturday we have a VIP speaker sponsor networking mixer as well, special networking opportunities as well. We got snack breaks that are included as well for everybody. So that and you get early registration. There's actually I don't think that thing has the. So if you actually go to the website, let me see. Am I still sharing my screen? I'm not. I'm not sharing, right? Let me share my screen again. So this is kind of a breakdown of what it gets you. So the tickets between general admission and VIP. So the the VIP does get early registration, premium seating, so seating closer to the stage. The themed VIP speaker sponsor breakfast and lunch both days. The themed VIP speaker sponsor AM and PM snack breaks. The VIP speaker and sponsor happy hour mixer on Saturday. An event T-shirt and event swag. So all that included VIP, but it's mostly that. I mean, the big thing is that VIP networking session Saturday night. that's going to be just VIP. And then there'll be VIP. The speakers are invited to that. The sponsors are all invited to that as well. So it's going to be a big deal. Yeah.
What
So
was the,
Hey,
what was
I
the,
do have one question. How much does it cost to sponsor it? Are you taking in sponsors?
we are taking sponsors. Yeah. Let's if you're interested in sponsoring, reach out to me, or at least interested in what the details are in sponsoring. Yeah, reach out to me. We'll talk. So there's a couple different options. That's why I can't just answer it right now. We've got a few
Okay.
different. Yeah, we've got a few different options, but it's not super expensive. Trust me. I don't know if anybody went to that Rubicon or whatever it was called that was here in town last in March or whatever, but I think they were charging like $20,000 for sponsors and stuff. And because I went on there, like clicked on there and looked at their sponsor stuff just to, you got to check out your competition, right? And I know like Caleb, I don't know if you heard how much the sponsors at Clever Summit were charged, but like if they wanted to, they let some of the speakers or some of the sponsors speak. And if a sponsor wanted to speak, it cost them 50 grand to get up on stage. Yeah, it's crazy.
My God.
We're not anywhere near that. Yeah, we're not. No, we're not anywhere near that. Nowhere near that. Maybe someday when we have 2,000 people in the room, but not right now. So yeah, that's the deal. That's what it all gets for you. But
Is this family friendly?
Yeah,
kids and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, it's family friendly. Yep, yep, it is.
What's the dates on that, Rich?
It's October 11th and 12th. It's a Saturday and Sunday.
10th and 11th.
11th and 12th. Yep.
10th and 11th.
No, 11th and 12th.
I'm sure. Okay.
Yeah, October 11th and 12th.
That's Saturday and Sunday.
Yes. Did I say Friday and Saturday? I'm sorry. I meant Saturday and Sunday. It's a Saturday, Sunday, 11th and 12th. Yeah, sorry. And at the Hollywood Casino and Hotel, man, we're going big time. They know how to throw events, so we're going to have a good one. It's going to be a great one. What other kinds of wins and milestones have y'all had? We got 9.
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to jump in, Rich, and I went to last year Gateway to Freedom. I was new to the area, and I got the basic admission for $99.
Yeah.
Out of the entire year, that was the best $99 I had spent. I made so many good connections and learned so much good information that like I've already sent it out to a bunch of friends. That link, just sitting in the you put it in the chat there, Rich.
Yeah.
But like connections that will turn. I've already made thousands off of it.
That's awesome.
And so, if you're in the St. Louis area, even if you're not in the St. Louis area, it's a great plug-in to the St. Louis area, which is a very lucrative or a very good market. So.
Yeah. Our feature, when we launched it, and thank you so much, KJ. That means a lot, and I appreciate that. And I might have to meet up with you to do like a quick little testimonial thing that I could throw on social media. But I do appreciate that. And the focus, look, year one, we were like, look, this is a conference for St. Louis, in St. Louis, by St. Louis, because like 16 of our 17 speakers that year were from St. Louis, doing business in St. Louis. We really just kind of focused on St. Louis investors. Last year, we expanded it a little bit, still kind of kept that. And we're still going to keep that. That's going to be true to our mission the whole time, is in St. Louis, for St. Louis, by St. Louis. But the focus is going to be the things you learn here you can apply in any market. It's just you go out to something in LA, you're going to hear people talking about, I bought this 2-bedroom ranch for $3 million, and it just doesn't make sense. I mean, right, we're out here in the Midwest going, what? That doesn't compute. But the things you learn here can be applied anywhere. And it is to highlight St. Louis as well as a fantastic opportunity for people. So this city has so much value in what you can buy. You're banging for your buck, stretching your dollar. That's why there's so many people from out of state coming here, is because you can buy more here in St. Louis than you can in a lot of different markets. Hey, go eat what you made there, KJ. Thank you, sir.
Do you have a list of preliminary speakers?
I do, but I'm not ready to release it just yet. I mean, we do have some real good ones coming, and there's some big names that I'm confirming this week that they're still on board. Because originally we were going to be a week later, but the hotel said there was a conflict that they overlooked. That's the word. I don't know why they oversighted it. They overlooked it. And so we had to bump it, and that bumped a couple big name speakers that we had lined up, confirmed to come in. They couldn't do it because it conflicted with their schedule. But we do have a couple other ones that we are confirming to make sure that it's still okay. So, but yeah, we are. We're going to have that very soon. Very, very soon. That's why it's called Kyle. It's called the blind buy, man. It's like blind trust, blind faith. No, I'm going to bring you some value, but it's okay. It's all right. If you wait, that's fine. It's still, I'm giddy right now. This is like the most excited I've been in a while. But we got 5 minutes left. Who has any questions or anything you want to mention? I'm sorry we took up all the time.
Does anybody do anything in the Alton area?
Alton, Illinois. Got any Alton, Illinois buyers? Or are you looking for buyers, or are you looking for
anybody that's selling anything or does business over there, wholesaling, anything?
Okay. Anybody? I don't personally do it there.
I look in Illinois sometimes because I live in Illinois. We need to connect and find out what you're looking for, and I can, maybe we can hook something up for you.
Just Alton area. I've got properties over there, so if you come across something good, I'm always interested.
But at the Jimmy Dean, that's my Instagram handle and my LinkedIn handle, so you can find me there, or my phone number's there also. You can write it down.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if everybody just one last time, drop your name, phone number, email address, even your market if you want in the chat, so that everybody can go through the chat. I'm gonna leave everything up and running. At once we hit 8 o'clock, I'm gonna turn off the camera, turn off the mic, but I'll keep everything running so you can go through the chat and grab anybody you want to. Or there is, down at the very bottom of the chat, there should be an option to download. I thought maybe we got rid of that, but should be a way to download the chat as well.
Yeah, there's usually you can save the chat.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else have something they want to add?
Ticket bot.
Oh, Stephen Drake is probably ticket 00001. He's the what did we call you last year? The ultra
Platinum Plus.
Platinum Plus. So you're VIP Plus. That's awesome.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Anybody else have any advice, any questions, anything you've thought of over the last couple of weeks you want to share now, or anything you've come across, anything?
Quickly, I'd like to understand, is anybody dealing with the Graham-Redmond Act, and how do they keep out of trouble with that one?
The Graham-Redmond? Tell everybody what that is real quick.
That's the one that says that if you're going to sell stuff regularly, you've got to go through the same process the banks do, and if you don't, you can get fined. And I know a guy that got tagged $100,000. He brought it to my attention.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you sell more than one or two, you stand a chance of getting caught with that.
Really? So in what way? What do you mean that? What do you mean that you have to go through the same process as the banks?
Where you have to sort out and say they can in fact afford what you're doing.
Oh, is that right? Even though you're not the lender?
If you're holding the papers, you are.
Oh, if you're holding the papers, but if you're just selling it, you don't have to do that.
Well,
right?
if you're selling it, you're going through a bank, then you're taking care of the requirement of being scanned to people. But if you're, you're carrying the papers, it's a different kettle of fish.
I got you. Sure. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
And the other thing I heard talked about was they're doing the robocalls and the ringless calls.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with the do not call list with that kind of stuff?
How about you, Caleb? You got how do you deal with that?
The official answer is to scrub the list before you make any type of calls to make sure you're not calling on the federal do not call list.
Okay, I understand that's the law. What do you really do? You just let it go. Is that pretty true what I'm seeing?
Dwayne, I'd be more than happy to have a one-on-one with you about that further offline. But my official answer is
okay.
Continue to scrub the list.
Is your name on the list?
You're not calling any of those phone numbers.
Is your name on the list, Caleb?
On the do not call list?
No, over here on the.
Oh,
Oh
did you
yes,
drop your?
my blink card is in there. Yes, sir.
I don't know what a blink card
If
means.
you click that link, it'll show you all his contacts.
Okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Not a problem at all. This is great. This is great. This really is great. It's phenomenal. Again, everybody, come back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to have Caleb actually talking about his AI process and what he does. I mean, he's not going to share the whole thing. Like, hey, you guys copy what I do, but he's going to give us some great intel on what AI can do, the kinds of things. I mean, I was blown away talking to this young man, and I keep touting him up. He's probably so dang embarrassed to me saying it all the time. Everybody, this guy is 20 years old.
Wow.
Imagine if you would have started this at 20 years old. Holy cow. We'd all be meeting. We wouldn't be meeting virtually. I'd have flown you in on my private island. We'd have been hanging out, having some margaritas or something, cocktails or something on, private island rich. So keep at it. Everybody, keep at it. Keep going. It's 8:00. I'm going to leave the chat up. I'm going to keep the Zoom going for a little while. Thanks for anybody watching this on YouTube after the fact. We'd love to have you on the Zoom live sometime. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you, and hopefully I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you.
I'm going to try to come for pizza, Dwayne. Jimmy,
Yeah.
good to see you. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah. Good to see you, Steve.
Yep.
Take care.